Mesmerism and this world. Joel shares in A New Horizon, in chapter 2, Break the Fetters That Bind You, the following: hypnotism is not truth. And if we learn to abide in the spiritual truth and apply that truth to every experience of daily living, negative thoughts and things that operate in the world through universal mesmerism will be nullified. He also stresses this: the higher dimension of life, to which the Master referred as my kingdom, is not accessible to the person who is under world mesmerism. As that mesmerism is dispelled, and we become as conscious of God operating in us as we were conscious of fear, doubt, suspicion, hate, envy, jealousy, we become susceptible to the activity of the kingdom of God. In The Only Freedom, in chapter 3, Letting God Reveal Itself, Joel shares this: that is part of mesmerism of human life. Shall you fall by the wayside physically, mentally, morally, financially? Should you behold others on the spiritual path temporarily fall on the wayside? Or should you even find your practitioner or teacher in some momentary sin, lack, fear, disease? Be sure that you do not judge, criticize, or condemn. Remember that this world is a state of mesmerism that often touches those in high places, as it did with Judas. Judas must have been a very reliable and spiritual character, or the Master wouldn't even have chosen him for 3 years of discipleship. In The Realization of Oneness, in chapter 3, Get Thee Behind Satan, Joel shares, no carnal mind is a tempter. Carnal mind is a claim of two powers. Carnal mind is always presenting appearances of sin, disease, death, lack, and limitation. But these are nothing more than appearances. They are not reality. For our purpose, we use terms such as devil, carnal mind, hypnotism, or mesmerism. Our realization of the nothingness of that which is frightening and confronting us as evil is the very presence and power that dissolves it, and nothing else will do it. When we are faced with discords, inharmonies, unhappiness, lacks, and limitation, let us not go to God to try to get God to change these discords. No, let us turn away from these, look right out into the world and realize this is but a part of the universal mesmerism, trying to convince me that God is not on the field, that God is not in my life and being, that God is not my life and being, trying to convince me that there are two powers on earth. But I know better. I know that there cannot be an infinite God and an evil power. Abiding in that word and letting that word abide in us, we break the mesmerism, not by might, not by power, but by understanding. In Living the Illumined Life, chapter 5, Putting Off the Old Man and Rebirth, Joel shares, we must live by the word, and the word is indwelling Christ and the indwelling Spirit of God. We must place our reliance there and not outside in a bank account or in our family, not outside on external pleasures. It means reserving some period of every day for the realization, the kingdom of God is within me. The Son of God, the Christ, dwelleth in me, and its function is to manifest as harmony and peace in every avenue of my experience. We may have some problems even when we are living in the Word. We have not yet reached such a high degree of Christ consciousness that we avoid all the mesmerism of human sense. But at least we have a remedy, at least we have an antidote. something to which we can have recourse. We are building our Christ consciousness as we abide in the spiritual word.